So hello, my honey. We've had a lot of requests on and questions about how we travel, the amount we do, and the places we go and that. So we're doing a special video today.
Yeah, so we want to try and do a couple of videos sharing how we do what we do. And in today's video, we want to share some of our budget travel tips that we've learned as we've traveled. And hopefully these tips can help you guys as well.
Yeah, so you got to remember, it's not always about saving a big amount of money. It's about saving lots of little bits of money that add up. Yeah. So that's what we're going to show today.
Yeah.
So our first tip today is about luggage.
Yeah. So we travel with carry-on only now because we've learned that if you have to check in luggage, it costs you money often,
especially on budget airlines. They charge you for every bag. They charge you for weight. They charge you for everything.
Yeah. So now we've gone with carry-on only, which saves a lot of money.
Yeah. So show everybody how we're going to Europe for 3 months.
So this is what we have.
That's Cindy's.
This is our carry-on, and then this is your personal item bag. So you're allowed one carry-on and one personal item bag.
And it's got to be certain measurements as well.
But each airline is different. So you have to go to the airline website and check what their requirements are for traveling.
So we've gone with our minimum because, and that's mine. So there's Cindy's and mine. It's all, and it has to be, the bags are a certain specification, and even your backpacks can't be the big ones. They've got to be tiny little ones.
Yeah, and their weights, they also
check the weights.
That. So if you're going to do this, check the airline first and check what their requirements are.
So just on one of the airlines, so literally how much do we save by doing this? It's a couple thousand rand, hey?
Yeah, it's about, well, in terms of rands, it's between 600 and 1,000 rand per bag.
Yes,
sometimes.
So it can add up a lot. Yeah. So that's our first tip for today.
Travel light.
So as usual, we're sitting in our kitchen because the lighting is best. And the whole house is a little bit upside down. We're flying out tomorrow morning. So we're going to be in Europe for 3 months. So please remember to keep following us. So what's point number 2 on our budget?
So point number 2 is booking your airline. So it's one of the key things is to book your ticket as early as possible. Well, that's what we have experienced. It's
people have different ways of doing it, but for us, generally it's worked out that way.
Generally, the earlier the better. And if you can fly out of season, obviously it's going to be cheaper as well.
Yeah.
We use Google Flights and Skyscanner to book our flights. They're both very good websites, and we've done all our bookings on there, and it's just easy to do. You can put alerts on them. So if your flight prices go down, you'll get an alert. That's also quite helpful.
The cool thing that you can do, there is a setting on Google Flights and that you can literally say, please alert me to the cheapest flight anywhere in the world. So if you don't have a specific destination, you just want to travel, that's how you can do it. And I think you did it once and we ended up in Turkey.
Yeah.
And it worked out really well.
It did. All right. So, and also budget airlines. We've flown a lot of budget airlines in Asia, and
it was so
people
good.
Often wonder if there's problems with them. We never encountered
problems.
Not even one delay.
Look, sometimes the legroom might be a bit smaller or whatever, but it is what it is. You're saving a couple thousand rand that goes towards your vacation.
So if we find a budget airline, we book it.
We're all over it.
Okay, but the one thing though you have to check with budget airlines is, are there any extra fees for baggages and things? So just if you are checking in baggage and that, they don't tell you that straight away. So
and sometimes you have to take sandwiches on board. And
sandwiches?
Yeah, because they don't give you food.
Oh, yeah. You need sandwiches. I'm fine. All right, and then generally we found it's cheaper to book a round trip, although it's not always easy to do that because you don't know when you're coming back. Yeah. But it is generally cheaper if you can book a two-way trip.
We've only done a round trip a few times.
Yeah.
Generally, we book a one-way ticket and then, but it is cheaper.
But always check if you book 2 separate tickets or if you book a round trip. Always compare.
Yeah.
All right. The next point I wanted to share with you is on accommodation. So we generally do all our bookings through booking.com, and the reason being that I like to stick with one website is that you get rewards, you earn rewards. So for example, now we are on Genius level 3.
Cindy is on Genius level 3.
I got us there. And that means that we often get free breakfasts, free upgrades, and we get discounts. So that's one reason why it's good to actually stay with one site when doing the booking.
But you do comparisons.
I always do comparisons.
Yeah,
so I
Cindy
still
always does
check
comparisons.
Airbnb, and I sometimes check Agoda, or I must say I find that website a bit hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, booking.com and Airbnb generally.
And in South Africa, there's things like Lekker Slaap, Daddy's Deals, things like that as well.
Also do, yeah. Generally, we book with a free cancellation, which you can do on booking.com. Although I know you do get a cheaper price if you book a non-refundable, but that's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
Also, one interesting point I found with my bookings is to always go back and check if you've done free cancellation, to check if your booking is now any cheaper. One time I'd made my booking, and then I went, and with free cancellation, then I went back to check
A few
the
days
booking,
later.
and the price had dropped. So I cancelled that booking and rebooked with the cheaper price.
Genius level.
So yeah, just always keep a lookout for that.
And the other thing we book sometimes with breakfast.
Yeah, we do. It's quite helpful because especially if you
In a foreign country.
or if you're in a place that doesn't have a kitchen,
Yeah.
then sometimes it's just cheaper to have a breakfast as well.
And sometimes with the breakfast included, it's cheaper than going out and
Yeah.
paying for a breakfast. So yeah.
But like going to Asia, because it's so cheap there, you don't really need a kitchen. But if you're going to Europe, for example, you can't
need a
eat
kitchen.
out. Well, we can't. It's too
Yeah.
expensive. So then we book with a kitchen so that we can do our own cooking.
Yeah.
So yeah, important to check on that. Next. Another interesting thing is with car rental, always check on the prices as well. The prices go up and down. So you make a booking with free cancellation, and you can just keep checking that because the price could go down. So you cancel that booking and then rebook.
Rebook it, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't feel embarrassed about doing it.
Well, yeah. Okay. So I think that's about it on accommodation. One other thing is on your mobile app, like booking.com on your phone, often you get a better discount on your mobile app than if you book on your laptop.
Sure.
If you have downloaded the mobile
Yeah,
app on your phone.
we've done that. We've done where we're looking at the phone, looking at the laptop, and even different sites for the same accommodation can have different prices. So it's quite interesting.
It's actually good to compare. When we do a booking, I look on my mobile app, I look on my laptop, and then I even look on Dane's laptop.
And sometimes it's all different.
Different, yeah. So good to check that.
And that works for airline flights as well.
Yeah. Then in terms of transport, we normally download the local version of Uber wherever you're going to, and you download that app.
And every country, or even some towns, it's different in the same country. So just find out.
Apps.
Different apps. So just find out what is the
apps,
cheapest taxi kind of service.
And often there's a discount. There's a free trip or a discount if you're a newbie to that app.
Yeah.
So that's also quite helpful. Then when we were in Chiang Mai, we actually found a taxi app called Maxim.
Sure, and they were so much cheaper than Grab. Yeah, only in that town.
Yes.
But it's just worked out cheaper.
Often look at the different apps that are available, download them all, and then just compare the prices when you're booking.
So as I said, literally tomorrow we fly to Europe. I've got already 3 different
taxi apps.
Uber kind of apps on my phone. So
for Spain.
Spain, yeah.
Okay, so number one though for transport is to walk.
Yeah, and it's probably the best because you get to see the town, you get to understand the place.
So number one is walk as much as you can. You save a lot of money on transport. And if you're not walking, try and use, if there is, public transportation.
Yeah.
Because that will save you a lot of money.
So we try and do buses, trains,
metro.
And not just the tourist things. Try and find the local things because even in Asia, we found the local ferries are far cheaper than the tourist ferries.
Yeah.
So around Thailand and places like that as well.
And in Chiang Rai, we caught. Remember that local bus? Oh my god!
I couldn't even fit my legs in it.
The seats were like this.
But it was a fantastic experience.
And there was it was flipping like 35 degrees, no aircon, and the bus was packed.
Yeah.
But it was an experience, it cost us like nothing.
And we had to go between cities, and it was an amazing experience.
It was worth it. And then in places like Asia, if you can hire a scooter, well, then you're going to save a lot of money too.
Yeah.
If you can do that. But remember to have your license. Another interesting point that we discovered is some airports have free water.
So this might be funny to you,
Yeah.
but water in an airport for a bottle of water is expensive.
Very expensive. So wherever we could find free water in the airport, we'd fill up our bottles.
Yeah. So literally, Cindy's brought us bottles.
Yeah.
And we empty them before we go through customs and all that kind of stuff. But we fill them up in the airports, and that's how we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It saves you a lot of money. Then snacks.
Yeah.
If you want snacks for your trip, don't buy in the airport. I'm sure you all know it is so expensive. So buy your travel snacks and keep them with you, and then you don't have to
Carry your sandwiches, men, because if you have a wife like mine, she's not going to let you eat anywhere because it's all too expensive.
Not in the airport. Another interesting app to have on your phone is an ATM fee saver app. So you can download this app on your phone, and when you are in the country that you're visiting, you can go onto the app and you can see all the charges that the different banks charge for ATM withdrawals.
And the differences between different ATMs is quite large sometimes.
Yeah. So that's a good app, an ATM fee saver app, and then just see where the ATMs are and which one gives you the best rate.
And never do the conversion.
Yeah, and never
ever.
We made that mistake once. And never again.
So
if it asks you if you want to convert, no conversion.
Take your money in the local currency, not in the conversion.
Otherwise, you're going to pay a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And always draw from an ATM with your debit card, not your credit card.
Yeah. So that's very important as well.
Yeah. Oh, and always draw the maximum amount, because the ATMs will charge a certain fee.
They charge the same percentage.
Yeah. So whether you draw
50 Rand to 10,000 Rand, it's the same fee.
So always try and draw what you're going to need the most. Then laundry.
Yes.
So we learned, don't use the laundry in a hotel.
Never ever.
It's like more than double the price sometimes. Yeah. So rather take your laundry somewhere else, not at the hotel.
Or just wear dirty clothes.
No. No. Definitely not. And then we actually often would go and buy a beer from the bottle store or a drink, whatever you wanted, and sit on our veranda, have our drink, go out for dinner, and then not have drinks.
Yeah, because as you travel, I suppose wherever you are, alcohol costs a lot more in restaurants.
Yeah, double the price.
Some places overseas, it's way more expensive. So that's just an easy thing. Have your glass, your beer, share your beer, your bottle of wine, whatever you've got at home, and then go out.
Yeah,
and order tap water. Yeah, or take a bottle of water. We sometimes even just take a bottle of water.
Yeah, we're not big drinkers, but if we're traveling, we like to, in the evening, have a glass of wine or a beer.
Yeah.
And then we go out.
Because literally, if you're traveling long term, you can't do that. If you're going on holiday for a few days, of course you can.
Yeah.
But if you're traveling long term, you've got to save money everywhere you can. Yeah. And alcohol can be one of the biggest expenses.
And if you were at home, you wouldn't be going out drinking every day anyway.
Well, some of you might.
Well, we have our glass of wine at home.
Yeah, we enjoy our glass of wine.
So, that works well for us.
Yeah.
Then the SIM cards. We only get one SIM card. So Dane will get a SIM card in his phone, and we just use that. And then wherever we stay, there's Wi-Fi, so I can use my phone in the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So you don't need to both of us get a SIM card.
So you can buy a SIM card in every country you go to, which is probably cheaper. We're trying an eSIM for the first time because we're going to about 9 different countries now in Europe. So we're going to do the eSIM. It is a little bit more expensive, but it just cuts back on the hassle as well.
Yeah. So it'll a lot easier than getting a new eSIM each time you go to a new country.
And sorry, on your computer, you missed out a point.
What point is that?
That you've got to cook at home.
Oh, we did mention that.
Oh, did you mention that?
Yeah, we mentioned that already.
Okay.
Yeah, so just booking accommodation where you can cook. Then another thing which
saves us a huge amount of money.
You people might have heard us do is we join Trusted House Sitters website, and we do house sitting wherever we can.
Saves
and
us
that
a huge
saves a lot
amount of money.
So if you are interested in house sitting, we have a code which we'll put in the description below, which will give you a 25% discount, which is a big discount.
What's nice with the one we use is that everything's, the place you're going to, you can see the photos, you know about the people, you can read reviews, you know exactly your duties. So it's really, really well organized.
Yeah. Then happy hour. If you want to go out and drink, look for where there's happy hour. and Dane's favorite one, share the 5-star hotel ones.
Okay, so we learned in traveling, especially in Asia. I haven't done it much in Europe, but especially in Asia, we don't stay in 5-star resorts.
No.
We stay in budget resorts. Long-term travel, you're going for a honeymoon, stay in a 5-star resort. Budget travel, you're not staying in five. They're not even close to 5-star resorts. But the cool thing is that we discovered there's some beautiful 5-star resorts around the world. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they allow you in and let you use all the facilities.
They love that.
If you buy one drink.
Yeah.
For the whole day.
Yep, that's that. Dane discovered that, and so in Asia we went from 5-star hotel to 5-star hotel.
We were sitting on private beaches in rim flow pools,
sipping
pina coladas because you go there at happy hour.
Yeah.
You buy the pina colada, you get whatever you want, and then
for half price, and then you enjoy the facilities.
A couple of times we went in the morning, bought a cappuccino, and literally spent the whole day using all the facilities of the right on the beach, private beaches.
Private beach, swimming pools. It was amazing.
Yeah, so it really is incredible. It's just a hack that we learned.
If you can't do 5-star to stay in, then that's the way to do it.
Yeah. So.
And that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think. Can you think of any others? I don't think so. I think
also probably a good thing, and Cindy hasn't got it written there, is that we use an app. What's it called? Your app to measure our budget as we go.
Travel Spend.
So there's an app called Travel Spend. It's a free app.
Yeah. Well, you can pay if you want more of it, but the initial version.
And literally, as you go along, all you do is load your different expenses and just what you're spending all the time. So every expense. And it's a good way. So it's not a budget saver in a sense, but it is because it gives you an up-to-date breakdown of exactly how much money you spend.
You can see when you are getting near to your budget for the month.
So you can set the app to certain things. So you can set it for a month, which is what we usually run it at, or you can set it for a region or a city. So you can see how much you spent in Kuala Lumpur or Madrid or London. Yeah. But we kind of go from the first until the end of the month, and then we know that we're within our budget. And it doesn't sound like it's going to save you any money, but it really, really does. Because you know exactly where you're at and how much money you've spent. So you know, hey, we can go out for a meal, or no, hey, we got to eat biscuits tonight.
Yeah. When have I ever made you eat biscuits?
Please pray for me. Please pray for me.
But no, it's great because you can actually put your budget in there, and it'll give you the amount per day you can spend. And then it tells you when you've reached your budget. So it's amazing.
Yeah, no, it is amazing. So I have to commend, most of those points come from my wife. 1 or 2 are from me. The 5-star hotel ones from me.
Yeah, that was you.
But if you found this video helpful, if you've liked it, please remember to press like. To
share it.
To comment and subscribe. Please, it really helps the algorithm.
And if you have any travel tips that you can share with all of us that will be helpful, that would be great. I mean, we're always looking for new budget travel tips. So if you've got any, put it in the comments. Yeah.
And have a great day. Please follow us around Europe. It's going to be awesome. And God bless. And have a great day. I've said that already.